I'm crying because I'm frustrated. And I'm just going to make this video to let out all of the anger and frustration that all the black women feel, because I'm tired of it. There's this viral video of Ginger J, whatever the fuck, from UK saying some shit about black women, and I'm here to let out the anger of shut the fuck up! I want everyone to shut the fuck up about black women. I'm so serious. I am just so I don't think you understand the weight this holds on black women. It's always fucking something. Always something. Always something to be said about black women. Black women wear weave. You don't wear your weave. You wear weave because you don't like yourself. Oh my God, y'all don't want to be natural. Then when I wear my natural hair, and just because it's short and 4C, then I'm ugly as shit. Leave me alone! Leave us alone! That's it! If you don't want black women, go with the other ones! Stop talking to us! Stop talking about us! Shut the fuck up! I'm so tired! It's always something from white people, then it's from black men, then it's from Africans. I'm tired! Shut the fuck up! Shit!
Here's why I don't date black women. Nah, I did that. You wanna? No. Here's why I don't date black women.
What?
Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot.
I'm listening.
Because you lot don't like to fucking listen. I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which
and when you
place?
get put in your place, you think you've got taught like a man.
That's why
Oh my
You're not
dude.
men.
Oh my God. Oh my
Stay
dude.
in your
That's why
fucking
they
place.
cheated on you multiple
Black women.
times.
Yeah, I know.
Because
And
you
that's why
put no one in
I'm
their
never going to be in your
place.
proper
That's why you
level
have to
again.
dip out the pool.
I'm not with black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Apologies,
Listen,
sir.
listen. Apologies where?
Apologies.
Oh wait, you don't. Wait. Did she just shoot? Did she just shoot?
What kind of bullshit?
Ginger J.
Where's your hair?
Once you talk about black women, say, nah, bro, Ginger J, blood. Oh my days, bro. Oh my days, bro. Oh, bro.
Black women, just date women. Just become lesbians. Because at this point, black women, I am sorry. I mean, I love you. I mean, I don't love you like that because I'm a... But I love you. Everything that you are, everything that you hope to become, I am fully in support. And I apologize for ignorant men, ignorant black men, ignorant people, because we don't deserve you. We don't deserve you. Just date women. I will support it.
Let's talk about the leprechaun, Ginger J, and his outlandish statements towards a black woman and black women. I knew from the very initial clip before the behind the scenes was released that this man had internalized hatred towards his mother. I knew that from previous clips on podcasts. I also knew that this man was somewhat in the closet when he came on the internet and announced that he was feeling so hard for drugs at one point whilst in prison that he decided to get a spoon and insert it in another man's backside, right? Now, no matter how down bad you are in certain situations, one would understand that there is limits, and that would be a limit. That would be a limit. That would be a limit. Most wouldn't want to be in the midst of another person's fecal matter unless you engage in certain activities. And internalized anger causes these men to act like this, especially when they're short, right? That's one thing that we can, that's a host of things that we can establish. Hatred for his mother. He has hatred for his mum, how she acts. She's probably done something really nasty in front of his face, probably witnessed, seen something from his mother that he carries through and puts onto other black women. Also, what we've heard Ginger J say on these podcasts is that he rolls with galluses. And one thing that I've noticed is he's probably developed an incel mentality. He's in a relationship with anyone that would accept him, i.e. the Asian lady, which I feel like she should leave him because he basically let us know that he's with you because you shut your mouth and take anything that he advances towards you. But that's another subject and another video. But anyways, he rolls with a bunch of galluses that get gal. He also is attracted to these gal, but these gal don't want him. Instead of him look into himself and see why do these women not want me? Is it my inner anger? Is it my balding, receding hairline? What is it about me that they don't like? He's decided to exile our race because they remind him of his mama and what he needs to confront with his mama. And he's gone to the Asian birds. But in doing that, he has to put us black women down. He has to put us black women down and then go on to say that your mum's an empress. Your mum's not an empress. She's probably a slag. And this is why you have this outlook on black women. And this is why I tell you, women, take time with what you're doing in the yard with these boy pitney. Because you might think that you're breaking generational curses, but you see all these man and fundungery that you lot got going in their yards, you'll be creating Ginger J's and don't think you're in no hierarchy or epilon from doing so. Boy pitneys are very, very sensitive and they might not express how they feel because they're very coddled to their mamas, but they will then go and perpetrate that wrath that they feel internally onto other women. And that's what a lot of us experience. A lot of these men don't want to tell you, mummy, what, and slap this, you're a little junge, mum, you didn't give me the best, my mum, because they're mollycoddled to their mama, symbiotic. So they project that internalized feeling that they feel towards one black woman onto a host of black women. And that's my take from the situation. I feel like he fights with some internal DL Dionys. I feel like he has an in-depth hatred towards his mama and his ex-girlfriend at Guillen Bun, because she probably was aware and observing that he was on some funkiness in that jail. And now he's a bitter incel mentality man. That's my take.
Ginger J, you say no date black woman, brother. Brother, you do what? 11 and a half years in jail, in a prison. Do you even know black woman, bro? Do you even know black woman to even speak and dating black woman, to even comment and dating black woman? You think anybody can manage black woman, brother? Brother, you see what y'all look for? You're not going to get. If you need a floor mat, you go to one of those stores like them Home Bargains or one of these things and get a doormat. If you didn't know black woman, you would even make a statement like that, Ginger. After 11 and a half years locked away, I don't think you are the person to speak on black woman, bro. Bro, do you even understand what you're saying, bro? Get that right. I think your biggest problem is you don't know black woman, and of course, it would be a challenge for you to date one.
Is it that it just seems to be okay for black people to come together and chat black women? Why is it okay that at the moment I can just see a whole heap of TikTok lives, a whole heap of panel discussions, people justifying Ginger J, people talking about, well, black women do this, a lot of black women have attitude, and all of these kinds of ideas. I am sick and tired of people thinking that it's a legitimate conversation to have a conversation about a black woman. A black woman, I'm a madam. A black woman, I'm a grandmama, madam. I'm a black woman, I'm a great grandmother, and all of these things. I'm a aunties, I'm a best friends, and all of these things. I do not appreciate it when you are chatting these people in my life and describing them as filled with attitudes and so disparagingly, and black girls and black men alike are sitting down and entertaining this kind of thing. It would be totally intolerable for somebody to come up in your face and start chatting your mother. You want to lick up on them and all kinds of things. So why is it that we are accepting this kind of ridiculous conversation about black women because of something that is inherently untrue, and in such a public way for all kinds of eyes, different racial, multicolored eyes, to be looking in on something that should be internal? It should not be an external conversation for Tom, Dick and Harry to be a part of and to see. And if you are sat there talking about black women and their attitude and all kinds of things, black women have had to have attitude. Because when you have come up for a legacy and a system for hundreds of years where you are at the bottom of the pecking order, where white men, white women, black men put you down, we expect. When you was a woman on a plantation at Chopkean and you had to be the mother, the father, and everything in between, we expect. Where you have to be a warrior that comes out in a particular way. A warrior is not going to come in like Mary Poppins and offer you some juju for nyam. That is not how life works. Yes, they have attitude, they have a fierceness and a strength about them, and they fight for the vigor of their lives and their families and their communities. In the way that you could be there with your brawling self and chat the way that you chat with the phone and the technology and the life that you live because of black women. Because a black woman fought for you to stand up and have manners and live through life the way that you live. And here you are, come as a big old adult and sitting down there justifying having these ridiculous conversations that do not make any sense, and allowing for slackness within the conversation where you are not pushing back and saying, stop immediately. What are you saying? What black women are you talking about that have attitude? Are you talking about the millions of black women that get up every single day and have to take care of their children and take care of their households and do the powerful things that they just do? Are you talking about all of the black women that go to universities like Spewing in the United States of America? Are you talking about all of those black women? What black women are you talking about? What black women are you talking about? And who dare you to believe that it is not the inherent right of a woman to feel like she has the right to be a warrior and to fight for who she would like to fight for? And I don't want to hear about natural this and natural that. There is a natural that Nubian black women walk around every single day with dreadlocks in them head, but you now look them. You now look nobody. So stop talking about hair. Stop talking about all of these things. Nothing that you're saying is making any sense. And then the other thing that these people come, I'm talking about my experience. I'm talking about my experience. So hold on a second. So would you think it would be acceptable for a white shav person up in the north of England to say the two black people that I have met in my experience have been this, and therefore I want to kill all black people? Because in my experience, it's such a ridiculous way to look at the world. That you believe that your minute experience in the world of so many billions of people defines the experience of a global majority, as black people are the global majority. You are a fool and you have a limited lifestyle. Stop having these redundant conversations that do not make sense, and especially stop having them so publicly. Call out the boy who has sit on there and self-disgraced himself. Call out the fact that he is a criminal. Call out the fact that he's misogynistic. Call out the fact that he cannot control himself and cannot control his emotions to the degree Now he allowed himself on a chat show that is spirited and passionate in nature to lose himself, to jump up and down and walk around and not recognize that his behavior demonstrated somebody that nobody would want. And it's quite clear that what he wants is passivity. He wants somebody so submissive that he could walk over them and live a life of slackness. Well, hear what I have to say to black men. Black men that can maintain that position, black men that sit down and legitimize that position by having conversations with other black men without challenging it the right and proper way and without shutting it down and protecting their black sisters, their black mothers and their black aunties and their entire life and their entire fact that they stand on the black of black women. If they don't do that, you need to step up. You need to be a man and stop the cold barling. Yes, the black woman wants you to do good and wants you to do the best that you can be. They have high standards for you, so they will challenge you and they will push you. When you reach those standards, when you reach those levels and you get employed and you fight for the best of yourself until you are dying there, they will stand by you and walk with you and they will carry you when you are sick. But what they are not going to do is put up with your slackness, lies and ridiculousness, because they have told you to wash a dish, because they have told you to get up and get a job, because they have told you to be more progressive, because they have told you to look good and dress good, because they have told you to be a better version of yourself. That does not translate to attitude. That translates to them supporting their black men. But you, because of your own low standards for yourself and what you think you should have in your life, you believe that you should just be modeled and coded throughout your life, you translate that to some kind of attitude and then feel no way to sit down there publicly and chat it to white girl where you sit down and talk about this one I fuck with black girl, you know, and all of these kinds of things. You are rude, you are out of order, and it needs to be shut down at every single level. You are dumb, you are a fool, and you have nothing about you. Have some standards for yourself to say, when I look in the mirror, I can be proud of my skin and my DNA and who I am, and that I came through the loins of a black woman, and I know what that black woman did for me and what she has done for many people. When them come in your yard as picnic with your local football friend, them they feed them and she give them nutritionist things. She never give them crisp and snicker. Oh, remember that. Remember how she walk. Remember how she put up with your pooper. And all of these things. Be better and do better. I am sick and tired of it. Why is this a conversation that is an acceptable conversation when it should not be a conversation? And it is not a conversation because it is rooted in misfacts and it is rooted in things that is completely bullshit. And only the dumbest of the population could possibly even utter those things and come out of your mouth. And because when we're trying to be palatable, we're trying to go, okay, I understand what you're trying to say. No, I don't understand what you're trying to say. You need to be shut down because what you're saying is you're parroting white supremacy and misogynistic ideals, and it's not making any literal sense because you're saying things like, well, this is my experience. This is my experience. Well, we all have experiences. We all have experiences. Everybody has experiences. But maybe if you're having experiences that's letting you live a life that the way that you're living, perhaps try and get other experiences. Maybe that would be a thing to do. Maybe that would be an option for your life. If you don't like people that wear wigs, well, get with someone that doesn't wear a wig then. It's very easy because actually most black women are wearing their natural hair as a point of fact. How about that? How about that? How about that? Idiot.
So a senseless gingerbread got on a podcast and said he does not like dating black women. And some people are mad. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? That's his preference, right? I think a lot of people are mad, especially black girls, because he said it openly. It's okay, he said it openly, so you know. A lot of them will say that thing in secret and they start dating you tomorrow. How would you feel when you've actually started dating someone who you're not even his type? Somebody was even crying. You see that, right?
Here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot.
I'm listening.
Because you lot don't like to listen. I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place. And when you get
place?
Your place.
Which
and when you
place?
get put in your place, you think you've got taught like a man.
That's why they were
You're not
cheating
a man.
on you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were
Watch
cheating
this.
on you.
Oh, where's your hair? Where's your hair? Where's your hair?
Listen, ladies, hear me loud and clear, okay? I've said this before and I will say it again. Do not engage. I don't care if certain black men don't want to date black women. As long as you keep our names out of your mouth, there is absolutely no need to stoop so low to insulting how a black woman looks to justify why you go for someone else. As if to say other races don't wear weaves, don't use lashes, don't get their nails done, don't wear makeup. But anyway, I don't even want to get into his mentality. I just want to say to the black women who wear their hair, however way they wear their hair, whether you have your hair natural, whether you relax your hair like I do, whether you wear weaves, whether you wear wigs, whether you wear braids, however way you decide to show up as your authentic, beautiful black self with lashes and makeup and all, or not, do not engage, okay? If he wants to date his Asian persuasion, let that be it. If he wants to believe that he can walk around thinking that women should know their place and not one man in that room could correct him and say to him, actually, it's not okay to think like that as a man, just leave it. He said it to enrage the black woman he was speaking to so that she would react in the very way he's trying to say justifies why he doesn't date black women. Trend Central clipped that and used it as the promo for that episode. Why? because they know it's going to enrage us. And it's going to lead to us showing our rage in the comments, reposting it. It's already been on the Shade Borough, again, to encourage rage at our expense, because we are the biggest consumers when it comes to this type of content. We're the ones that engage. We're the ones that propel the success of these platforms. Do not allow them to use your rage and our trigger points to help them promote the show. Leave it to the men who think like him to do that. We're only going to end up being the brunt of the whole discussion, however long it lasts, because the rusty, crusty, dusty black men that think like him are going to come out of the woodwork and use this as an opportunity to insult us. And the more we engage, the more we're encouraging that.
A lot of black men who hate black women have really been treated quite badly by black women. Do not mistake that as me justifying anyone's deranged behaviour. But I really want to draw attention to the subsection of black men who have been forgotten by black women. And this is not exclusive to black men, black women. They just happen to be who I'm talking about now. So there are two ways this happens. And the first way is there are a lot of black men who are not that tall, not that handsome, not that rich. Now, just because they are not the highest caliber of men doesn't mean they don't want the highest caliber of women. And in this particular case, when I say highest caliber, I'm talking about best looking. So they will proceed in their dating life, hunting and hunting and hunting for these baddies, and they will be rejected, rejected, rejected. Because remember, baddies, as we see them, as culture describes them, are at the top of the food chain in terms of looks. So if you're at the top in terms of looks, you're not going to go for not that handsome, not that rich, not that tall. You don't need to. So a lot of men will be disgruntled with this subsection of black women. And because in their mind, they don't want to go down to what they would see as matching their standards, which is someone that's probably not as pretty as they would like, not in the weight category they would like, not the skin tone they would like. A lot of them will go outside of their race, because even with a woman of that same lower caliber, I'm really not trying to disrespect women, and I hope you're getting the message. This is how these men think, not me, so I'm just a messenger. A lot of black men in that situation would prefer to go with a woman of another caliber of that same kind of lower attractiveness, because there's still a bit of mystery there. There's still a bit of exoticness there. Or in a lot of cases, because they're now the mystery and they're now exotic, they can attract a more attractive woman of another race. So ladies of all race, actually, we have to stop entertaining these men's race wars within dating, because a lot of the times they just get what they can get and they're trying to get the best, and they're not going to limit themselves because of race. But if they could get that baddie, that black woman baddie, oh, trust and believe. And the second way, which I think is showing itself in this whole back chat, where's your hair? Side note, we are having a disagreement, a debate, and I have outsmarted you so much that you have gone completely off topic and are talking about something completely irrelevant. And not only is it irrelevant, it's not exclusive to black women, but I had you so flummoxed that you were reaching for an insult as old as time to just hold some relevancy in the conversation. Can we shout out for sis? I bet you wouldn't ask Amber Rose where her hair's at. Anyway, the second way is a lot of men facing trauma at the hands of black women who they also at some point have felt a strong love or care for. So it could be their mother treating them in a way that was extremely hurtful, the same for any other female family members, or it could be romantic partners who have hurt them or betrayed their trust in some way that was very painful to them. And that man is clearly very pained. And I'm not even trying to be shady. Yes, I am. But the emotions are coming from somewhere. That is such a strong reaction to have. So the second way is men being hurt by women who are supposed to, in their eyes, love and care for them. But the thing is, because their emotional intelligence is not where it should be, they are unable to identify that they have just come across a set of women with a particular character trait, and that is not representative of all black women. A third reason that's just occurred to me. And I'm sure this applies to all cultures, but I'm black, so I can only speak about black culture. But black men, there's a specific set of ingredients for black men. Same with black women. There's just a specific set of ingredients. And because we all as black men and black women grew up together, we really quickly understand each other and see through each other quite easily. So oftentimes, black women are far less impressed by black men as women of other races might be. But there's like an added value that black men can get when dating other races through just a bit of mystery. Now, when I say mystery, I'm not talking about like some magical component. I'm just saying there's just an extra interest in someone that's very different from you that you care for and find attractive anyway. Like, I'm super interested in my husband because he's a boy. Like, I am so fascinated by his takes and his thoughts, but that's literally because he's so different to me. So just to be clear, I'm not saying that black men are unimpressive. There are some amazingly impressive, a lot of amazingly impressive black men. What I'm saying is there's a lot of black men who don't like that black women mark more strictly. And that's because we've seen how you cheat, metaphorically and physically, honey. No, I'm joking. All men cheat. And by the way, that is not the same as saying every single man cheats. One more thing to add. It really irks my soul that people try to frame men as not emotional beings. Anger is an emotion, and any anger that has you burning that many... That guy was working hard in his... I never want to work that hard when I'm angry. The real issue is that men don't know how to, also aren't always given the space to express their emotions. Like, I think if black men would learn to verbalize how women have hurt their feelings, because black women, we verbalize how black men have hurt our feelings. Black men have hurt our feelings significantly more. Black men's feelings are hurt, and the only emotion that they can process is anger. So that's why we're receiving it in that way. Wishing therapy on all of us. Life can be very traumatic, and I know it's probably not a very comfortable place for you, but learn and grow. Learn and grow. Emotional intelligence is a key part of intelligence. Like I always say, there's always an exception to the rule. For best results, assume it's not you. Mwah.
First of all, everybody want to be saying I'm racist. I'm not racist. I love black women. I just hate the way that they look and hate the way that they are. They don't listen to me. They don't. Every time I take off my hat, the girl says my hair looks like Velcro. Huh? I tell her, stop talking about my hair. She keeps talking about my hair. It looks like AstroTurf. I'm trying. I don't hate black women. I just hate the way that they look and hate the way that they are. And everybody asks me, oh, your mom's probably black. The other day I went home, my mom's wearing a wig. You know what I told her? You take off that wig right now. You take it off before I get mad. But she don't listen. Why? Because she's a black woman. I hate black women. I mean, I love black women. I just hate the way that they are and how they look. Everything that makes them black just gets me angry.
I think it's perfectly fine to have a preference. I think in this day and age, you can like the woman that you like and it's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter if she's black, white, Asian, Chinese. It does not matter. You can have a preference, all right? And I have no problems with that. I don't think anyone should have a problem. If a guy wants to date a black woman, that's fine. If a guy wants to date a white woman, that's fine. Whatever his preference is his preference. But there's one thing I will not stand. I'm going to try and articulate myself in a way which doesn't come across disrespectful, because I feel like what this guy has said is incredibly disrespectful, right? And I'm vexed because I'm insulted because I have beautiful black women in my family, my mother, my aunts, my sister, my cousins. I find it, and it's not just the fact that they're black, but disrespecting the fact that they wear hair extensions, wigs, eyelashes. Listen, when my wife puts on extensions and eyelashes, I cannot get, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about my marriage, but I cannot get enough of her. But to degrade black women to prove your point, you've lost your point, my friend. The fact you cannot degrade a black, and furthermore, when you look at society today, the beauty of women in 2025, you see the long hair, you see the eyelashes, the big bum, the waist. Where has all that derived from? Because back in the 1930s, you had the black woman with the big bum being incredibly disrespectful. We fast forward now almost 100 years, or 95 to be exact, if my maths is right? This is now beauty. You've got white women, Indian women, Chinese, all of them having big bums. They want big lips. Where's that derived from? Black women. All the things that you don't like and that you're using as a disrespect. You prefer to have Asian women, or I'm assuming that your partner is an Asian woman, but there are Asian women, or Indian women to be exact, so I'm saying Indian in the UK. You have Indian women who put on these things, but you do not disrespect black women to prove a point. Let me just make it very clear. Black women are beautiful. You can have extensions on, extensions off, eyelashes on, eyelashes off. Black women come in all shapes and sizes, in all different shades of color. It does not matter. Black women are beautiful. But for this guy, to be honest with you, some people just cannot have a debate. In his defense, he was saying how they accused him of hating his mum because he doesn't like black women with a certain attitude. Which I can agree. I've listened to it maybe 2 or 3 times, but I got to double check again. I don't think no one did actually say anything about his mother. But he did say, I don't like black women with an attitude because they don't like to be put in their place. Nobody likes being put in their place. Nobody likes to be checked. No one does. But it depends on your delivery. My wife checks me when I'm acting a fool. She checks me and puts, all right, babe, I'm sorry. I do the same for her. But it all depends if it's said in love and the delivery of it. I've got friends, male and female, we check each other all the time. But it depends on how you say it. If you're acting right, acting out of character, of course you're going to get checked. But to say only black women don't like to be checked is an absolute disrespect. And I don't care if you're a black man. If you're a black man disrespecting black women, that's racism. I'm sorry, but I don't care. But I'm so happy to see on social media that black women are speaking up now. And it's not only that they've only just started because they have been for ages, but I feel like now they are truly being heard. And I'm just saying what I'm saying for to do my bit as a black man who loves black women, and I've been raised by black women, that this guy is completely, and he's lost his argument completely now for the way. And I'm glad you walked off the show, because you would have made yourself look like a bigger idiot, my friend. And I'm being very, very real. But for me, this guy completely, I don't know if anybody's on his side, but this guy's completely lost my respect. He's completely lost the argument. And as far as I'm concerned, unless you come out with a sincere, heartfelt apology for what you said, I'm skipping past everything that you're in.
This goes out to that black British carrot man, because the amount of rage that he carried out against those beautiful black women is really directed towards his mother. Now, word on the curb is that his mother raised 5 boys on her own. Shout out Patti LaBelle. Apparently, she raised them on her own. And he has so much rage behind that, clearly. And it's like, hey, here's the thing. You're one of those swirlers. You have your Asian queen. Okay, cool. But the hatred that you carry for your mother, that you then blasted off on those women, I was so afraid that he was going to swing on one of them, especially the one who was not backing down. I swore I thought he was going to lay hands. And for those men to just sit around and cackle and laugh, what the hell was funny? Nobody thought to be like, hey, take him outside for 5 minutes. Because it's like, dude, at this point, if he would have jumped on one of them, again, the one who he was arguing with, what would y'all have done? What would y'all have done if he did that? Because that amount of rage and anger, he needs help. He needs a goddamn extra large straitjacket. Like right now. Like, goddamn, sometimes some content and some footage, y'all really need to really figure out if you really want to put that out. Because the backlash, granted, it's not directed at y'all, even though it should be, because y'all had a hand in this trend control. It's like, bruh, he is clearly not okay up here, nor here. The lights are on, but baby, it is a madhouse in there. It is a goddamn rage room upstairs. So that beige, raging carrot needs help. He needs help. Point blank, period. Because what the hell was that? What else could I really say? Because that was disgusting watching that. The hatred that a lot of black men carry towards black women. May every last single one of you nignogs never know peace. May every last one of y'all never know peace for the hatred that you carry towards black women. Again, if you're going to date outside the race, cool. Do your thing. Do your big one. Just don't try to be a Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, Malcolm X. That's all. Don't try to call yourself a leader. Meanwhile, your bed is looking like a damn chessboard. Okay, looking like a chess checkerboard. It don't make sense. That's another conversation a lot of y'all ain't ready for. But we're going to have that anyway for another time. But yeah, it's just like, do what you're going to do. But that hatred, you got to check that. You got to check that. And to say that black women don't know their place and they don't know how to be checked, bitch nigga, is you cool? I know you not, but let's check the goddamn temperature. You goddamn buffoon. You give black man a horrific name.
And this is why you have to date a man who actually values women and isn't just with you because he can tell you what to do. I just saw a clip of a guy from Backchat. I can't believe it's still on in 2025. He was like shouting his mouth off about black women and like they don't do what they're told and they don't listen when they're spoken to. But then he mentioned his woman. He was like, you know, my Indian woman with her natural hair, blah, 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 blah. Basically saying to the black woman, like, where's your hair? And making that comparison. But what I've just seen on the timeline is a bunch of people now dragging up his woman, talking about her looks already and trying to tear her apart because of him. I obviously don't agree with tearing another woman down, but because he put his woman against other women, he has now opened the floor for people to start attacking her. A man who does not value women is going to be arguing with women like that, get real disrespectful, go to hell, and expose you to dangers and expose you to people criticizing you and picking you apart because he thinks it's okay to do that to other women. A man who is only nice to you but degrades other women will never be a flex, and a man who truly values women would never put you in a position where he's using you as ammunition because he knows that that exposes you to risks.
We've all been privy to the whole Backchat episode 1. And that's a show that should have never come back. I don't know who greenlit it. There's so much more we could have done with that space and our community, but hey, we're here. My thing is, what Ginger just said about not dating black women and the venom and the hatred within that statement was very hard to watch. But there was one statement that was so important I think a lot of people are missing. It's when he said, black women don't know their place. That statement is so important, and I honed in on that statement because that statement is not just a black woman thing. This is a guy that you can tell cannot deal with challenge, criticism, or a rejection from women. That's what it is. This is a man that cannot handle that. And whatever his past experience has been with some women, maybe some black women, he's then taken that and stuck it onto black women in general. That's what it is. This guy cannot handle challenge, rejection, confrontation from women. And it's easy, the easiest target for him to go for is black women. And furthermore, I think other women from other demographic have to peep what is going on. Because what he's then saying is that you guys are so docile that you cannot challenge me. You cannot, you would never reject me. I don't see you as a force to be reckoned with. That's how I take it, and that's why his view is so dangerous. People like this should not have the opportunity to spill this garbage in our society.
I watched that, and I'm not gonna lie, I was just mad shocked and embarrassed to see him talk like that, because the main thing for me is me, all my relationships are with black women. All of my relationships are with black women. 95% of the gal I date are black. Do you understand? But all my relationships are with black women. So for me to see, when, I don't know, there's something for me when I see a black person, a black guy talking down on a black gal, or just seeing a black guy talk down on black people in general, it bothers me. And I think maybe it bothers me, it makes me feel a way, because for me, for example, I know where my parents come from, in a sense where not necessarily my dad, but I'm adopted by my gran. Yeah. So my gran came in when she was 18.
You know your roots.
Yeah. My grandparents work on a plantation. You know what I'm trying to say, in Dominica. So I can directly see the black women in my family. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and even down to for example, when it came to the whole generalizing all black women, like I said, all the women I've dated are black, and they're not all the same. You know what I'm trying to say? There are many different types of black women. For example, all the black women that I've dated, not saying every gal I've dated has been perfect, but every single gal I've dated, seriously, they've bought something out of me. Like I'm saying, it wasn't a negative. So for example, even down to my merch. So for example, I'll give you a story, down to my merchandise, for example, when I do the mugs, the t-shirts, that came from a girl I dated. She's she's a bad boy hairdresser up north in Birmingham, for example. She's the first one. She said, I wasn't making no money, no money from social media, nothing. And she said to me, oh, you should, why don't you put that on a t-shirt? And I said, who's going to buy a big man thing on a t-shirt? Who's going to buy that? She said, no, you should do that. Help me set up the website, do everything. And literally my first day selling merchandise, first week I made £3,000.
Asian sister here, and I would like to give my 2 pence on this man's crash out. I mean, I love to watch a good crash out, but this one irked me a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, you do not know how to speak to women. Okay, and men like this that don't know how to articulate themselves or to speak to the person that they may be debating or having a podcast with should not be allowed on these podcasts or debate channels. If you cannot articulate yourself or control your anger, get rid. I just didn't like how he spoke to the women, full stop. Know your place as a man. They're not men, they're women. Speak to a man like that. It's always men like this, that when it comes to talking to a man, they're all like a mouse, but when it comes to shouting at a woman, they're big and barking. Number two, you quoted that you like Asian girls because, they're easy to, they listen, they know when to listen. So basically, you just like to control and manipulate. I hated that statement. As an Asian girl, we have been trying to break free from that stigma that we have. We come from a culture where a lot of our mums or grandmas were not allowed to go to work. They were not allowed to get an education because they were women. They were not allowed to drive. And we have been breaking out that slowly. And here you are glorifying it. That we know our place and blah, blah, blah. No, it's 2025. Get with the times, mate. I'm all for you having a preference. Everybody's entitled to a preference. I believe majority of us do have a preference. But your preference should never be existent because you hate another race. Do you understand? Your preference should be because you're attracted to that kind of person, because maybe of specific look, skin, it could be anything, right? For example, some people like fluffy girls, some people like skinny girl, but it should never be because you hate the other one. It should be because that's what you're attracted to. So learn and understand what it means to have a preference. So have your preference, go be it, but don't start hating on other women that don't fit your preference. Okay, have your preference because you like it. Then you wanted to go and attack those women's personal attributes, like what they like to wear, lashes and hair. Please stop, allow that. That is not subjective just to women. Men are the same people filling up the Turkish Airlines with their head bandaged up and piano teeth. So this whole, people enhancing their appearance, there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to do that, you do that. If I don't want to do that, I won't do it. But it's not subjective just to women or black women, because majority of people are out here changing their appearance. A lot of people are getting fillers, everything. It doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. That is not something subjective. So you don't have a point because you're sitting there saying, oh, I like natural hair and I like natural women. But we all know that even Asian girls, English girls, they're all getting fillers. They're all getting, lots of things done. So just allow that, please. And, I wonder how this is going to go down, because I'm sure you may have kids in the future and you may have nieces or sisters or a mother, and how they think that you feel about women, because when you do have a daughter, she'll have your DNA and you are black, sir. So she will have that black DNA, and how she will feel about how you think about black women. It's just disgusting. But yeah, come on, not men once again telling us that they love natural queens and tearing down black women and
you know, if a woman wants to wear a wig, let her wear the wig. If she don't want to wear a wig, she don't need to wear a wig. You know what I mean? Same men that are filling their beards with this black paint thing that I've seen. Same men that are wearing like hair pieces to cover their botched hairlines. Men are the same people. They get all giggly like schoolgirls when they're around another man with money. You know what I mean? But yeah, don't be using us Asians as your little scapegoat as to why you don't like black women. You probably don't like women. From the way that I've seen you act, you don't like women. So take this time, the whole internet's basically on your case. Take this time to do some healing. You probably shouldn't even be in a relationship because it's scary to think that you can speak to women like that in the first place. So take some time to heal and probably do some work on yourself, on how to articulate yourself if you want to go into this whole debating and having a podcast and all this. I'm sick of seeing people having debates and podcasts, but they just cannot control their temper. They cannot control their point. They cannot speak with any kind of sense. Big up all my beautiful women out there. Okay, you're stunning queens. Don't listen to this. Keep smashing life. All you beautiful queens, keep smashing life, okay?
My brother, one thing you never do, Achi, you never ever come for beautiful black women online.
And before that, the black women that I had dated and been in a relationship with either treated me like shit and thought I didn't realize it, or expected way too much of me because I'm a black king and I wasn't living up to it, and end up cheating on me anyway and doing some madness. And then when I'm still chasing black women, and the women that I am in contact with, the contact I'm getting back isn't actual proper conversation, and I'm seeing that they are wanting and expecting so much more. And it must be the specific black women that I was seeing or that I was talking to.
She's in the wrong.
No, watch this. I wasn't picking them.
You might not agree with what he's saying, but this is what he feels. I want you to understand, he's done 11 and a half years in prison. And then he's been in relationships, in jail. He's been cheated on or he's had a bad experience. So in his head now, he's like, this is trauma here. My heart got broken. The most vulnerable space where a man can be is in prison, being in a relationship.
Yo. If anyone thinks I'm out here defending Ginger J, you're bugging out. The reason why I said Ginger J is my guy is because he actually put me on my first stand-up show. And that's something I actually won't forget. That's a nice thing what he did. Now, what he said yesterday, or whatever he said it on Backchat London, was unnecessary, aggressive, and uncalled for. He didn't have to say that, and the way he took it there was a bit too low. To make it worse, the girl that he was cussing was actually gorgeous, bruv. She's actually Len. Fiance, please don't get mad at me, but the girl was fine. We can all admit that. Sometimes on social media, people have poor comprehension skills. They'll hear part of your post and just comment straight away without hearing the rest of it. Even me, I have bad comprehension skills. I'm going to be accountable now. Because one thing I failed to do was see the behind the scenes post. Someone in the comments, big up yourself for telling me, told me to go check out the behind the scenes and then do another post on it. And when I saw this guy blacking out, I said, damn, son, not you, man. What the hell is this about, fam? Ginger J, you need some therapy, man. You need to talk to someone and help you understand where all these triggering moments and trauma are coming from so you can address it and learn how to move on positively. Do you get what I'm saying? Just because I like my tea with no milk or a drop of milk doesn't mean that I should be cussing someone else that likes their tea extra milky. It's that simple. Everyone should be allowed to like what they like, but when you're insulting someone else, that's when the problem starts, bruv. But let's play devil's advocate. Go in the search bar and type in why I don't date black men. And come and see plenty black women cussing black men as to why they won't date them ever again. I don't see this type of energy. I don't see the attack online. I don't see the madness that he's going through right now. I don't see it. You'll even see other women come and tell you, yes, fuck Tunde, get you a Tim. Fuck Jermaine, get you a George. Fuck up Amidele, get you a Benjamin. Do you not think it hurts black men's feelings when you say that? It does. But as a black community, we mess up by not trying to teach each other where we're going wrong. Instead, we like to reply with malicious content, malicious intent, and malicious formation to make sure that person feels it for the rest of the day. I don't get that. I don't think that's fair. And how are we supposed to let us progress as a people if we're insulting each other instead of teaching each other? It's very simple. Black women, I understand that you're angry. I understand that what he said you don't fuck with. I get it. I fully get it. But if you're here to clap back, let it be to teach, not to taunt. Here we go. I said what I said.
Black women because of this.
Didn't he?
You didn't understand me. You didn't want to accept the fact that I said it. I'm triggered. I told you, don't get me on a fucking show. I don't date black women. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many of you have got your hair on? None of you. Shut up. I date natural women.
You pissed off the gingerbread man. Calm down. You're 4 foot. You're not scaring anybody. Sit the fuck down.
I don't know why this guy's crashing out so much.
I date natural women. I date natural women. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not talking.
Got a big man press.
I'm pressed. I press Indian girl. I'm definitely pressed like your hair. I'm pressed like your hair.
A lot is going on right now. Too many people are triggered. I'm not just going to put it on Ginger. The girls, everyone's triggered right now. Can you see my popcorn?
Because he hates black women.
I hate black women.
Exactly.
I hate black women.
Exactly. Fuck her.
I hate black women.
Quang. Breaking news. Ginger J hates black women. How many of you black women give a fuck?
I hate black women that act the way how these women at acting, because it's only black women that seem to have this attribute. You won't find no other woman in no other culture that's able to act in the mannerisms that a black woman does when attitude starts to creep up. Not one.
Attitude, yeah. One of them, two of them, when I call them, I will wind them. Listen, we love the attitude. We love the feistiness. We love the culture. It's who we are. Black men, black women, we all do the same kind of thing in different ways. Some of them say, what I'm telling you? And some of them say, I hate this.
I'm not going to stop.
I hate this.
He thought he could take
I said one thing and this happened.
He thought he could take
I hate this.
and he didn't eat.
My babe,
I hate this.
listen.
No one.
I don't want to talk to black women no more. I don't want to talk to black women no more.
I know what I'm saying.
No.
Ginger,
yeah,
I can't live like this.
I can.
You can't do it.
I can. Hey, listen, watch this. I told you, see, I told you, yeah. Get me on the show. I don't take no stupidness. I'm hearing stupidness. I said one thing, and they don't want to fucking agree with me, and then tell me I hate my mother.
How old is this brother?
Ginger loves black people, so it's calm. He just crashed out a bit, because the heat was too much.
Fucking. Can't do this. I'm not. Nobody. See, I hate my mother. Who are they talking to? I didn't got no name.
You love your bad.
What are you talking about? I'm going. There's no conversation to be had. Listen to what we're talking about. I said for a reason, and my reason was valid. You all agreed with my first reason, correct? When I broke it down, you all said, you know what? Yeah, fine, fair enough. And then when it comes back, what's?
He doesn't like black women. That is his preference. He has his own reasons. He cited so many things, like he has been in bad relationship. Very good reasons, right? That is just it. I might choose to be dating or maybe being married to Nigerian men, and then all of a sudden I taste the other side, probably maybe another whatever. Now I'm giving you an example. And then I feel these people treated me more better than these people. I'll stick to that place and feel like, okay, maybe this way I'm meant to be, right? The thing with the ginger man or ginger guy of a human being is that he didn't say it properly. And when he was saying it, he was talking very, very provocated. He was speaking as if he wanted to fight everybody. But it's definitely not a bad thing to say, oh, you're not really into black women because they did this, they did that to you. I can actually tell you that, oh, I don't like dating this particular part of Nigeria or Africa because of my experiences as well. There's nothing wrong with it. Where I find it really, really mad is when he was sounding provocative and the way he was talking to the girls as if he wanted to beat them up. That is just it. But is it okay for you not to like a black girl? It's true. And let me tell you, as a black woman, it is even offensive for you to start feeling bad that somebody said that he doesn't like dating your race. It's his loss. It's his loss. Yeah. Allow them to talk. I feel so bad when I see a lot of people really, overreacting and letting this get to them. It shouldn't get to you. It shouldn't. I may not also like black men. It's possible. Right? It's possible. So women should normalize it when people say, oh, I don't like you. Right? Now, not just about race. I don't like you as a person. It's very painful. This is a painful truth I learned just this year. Blessing, I don't like you. It's okay not to like me. It's fine. It's normal. You mustn't like me. The person that likes me is going to come, period. That's your loss. That's what I have to say. So these reactions people are having up and down is crazy. It's insane. I don't know where it's coming from. Is it coming from a place of, I don't know. It's giving pick me. I don't know. I want to hear your own opinion in the comment section. What do you think about these videos? It's crazy anyways. But do not forget to subscribe, like, share these videos to your friends. I'll be back on the next one. I'll see you. Bye.